Hi, I'm Jim Dryden, one of the campus ministers here at the Catholic Student Center. Today was supposed to have been the St. Louis Cardinals home opener. Now, if you're not from St. Louis or you're not much of a baseball fan, that might not be that big a deal to you, but for people who were born and raised Cardinal fans like me, opening day is one of our high holy days. I know next week we'll have the Triduum in the church, Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, into Easter Sunday. Those are our official high holy days, and when we lose those, I'll mourn those. But today we lost opening day, which I'm mourning right now. It reminded me a little bit of one of the Gospels from earlier in the week, the story of the woman who was caught in adultery. They're going to stone her until Jesus says, well, let the one without sin cast the first stone. And the woman doesn't get stoned. That's the story. It's been around. You've heard it for many years. But there's something that strikes me about that story that maybe didn't strike me several years ago, and that's that the woman caught in adultery is only half of the couple. There's no man there. We're at least 50% short of the people who should be punished if anybody's going to be punished. Now, maybe that didn't strike readers hundreds of years ago as being unfair, but I think it hits us right between the eyes now. Where is the man? He's not there. That's not fair. Not fair. Kind of like suddenly having to pick up and leave in the middle of a semester, or having to take classes online from a professor who may not really even know how to set up an online class. Like having to wash your hands so often that they chap, maybe they even bleed. Like being in an RCIA group and hearing from people like me for months and months that the Easter Vigil is really going to be something, and now there's not going to be an Easter Vigil. Or like being a Cardinals fan who would give anything to watch a ball game today. Now, I especially feel for our graduates this year. No commencement. Not here, not anywhere. Not sure whether everybody knows this, but I'm graduating this year too. After 5 years of studying to be a deacon, about a week ago, the Archbishop said, well, he thought everything was pretty much in order and he looked forward to ordaining me. But whether that'll happen in early June like it was supposed to is still up in the air. It's not fair. Life is not fair. But none of this is fair, and I get frustrated, and sometimes I get scared. I think, am I safe? Are my loved ones safe? How do we stay safe? How do we stay out in front of something that we don't understand, that we can't control? That takes me back to the woman who was caught in adultery. She didn't have any control either. The only thing she had to do was to listen to, and I guess trust Jesus. Maybe that's where we start, like it or not. Jesus is right there with us. So pray. Pray your fear. Pray your anger. Pray your outrage and indignation at the fact that none of this is really fair. Jesus doesn't ask us to pray in a certain way. He just asks us to bring ourselves to prayer. So I ask you, bring yourself, as you are, to Jesus. See what happens. Oh, and wash your hands.